Hey everybody, I hope you're doing really well. It's your main man Anil coming live once again for Immunity for the Community podcast. How you all doing? I'm back again after a couple of weeks. I hope your weeks have gone absolutely amazing. And as I said on last night's PSA, today I'm going to be going through with you the importance of trusted friends and accountability partner on the Write Your Own Story course. I'm going to go right into it, ladies and gentlemen. So, with the stuff that I talked about the last two episodes, where we talk about how you compete with yourself on the Write Your Own Story course, how you aim to be 1% better each week on the Write Your Own Story course, as well as then taking care of yourself after the fact and putting in all those positive habits. We're now going to be walking you through and talking about the importance of an accountability partner and trusted friends on the Write Your Own Story course. I'm sure right now in your weight loss journey, you might be facing challenges and struggles at the moment. Perhaps you just don't have that person that you can open up to and trust with things and truly be able to speak your heart. The reason why I was inspired to make this podcast today was because this week somebody checked up on me. Somebody reached out to me, a very good friend of mine, and she knows who she is. I'm not going to say her name. She reached out to me and just said, "Look, Anil, you seem to be very quiet. Are you okay?" And I wasn't, and I felt comfortable enough to open up to her as a friend, and there was a trust there about that. And sometimes, as people, what we tend to do is we tend to withdraw and we tend to pull back and not show what's really on our heart. Maybe because we've been wronged, maybe because we don't feel heard right now, and maybe because we don't want to feel the embarrassment of admitting something is wrong and potentially looking less than in front of other people. But like I said in my last episodes about how you compete with yourself on the Write Your Own Story course, this is about what you want on the Write Your Own Story course. Like I said on the last episode of how to find your why, this is about your why on the Write Your Own Story course. And in having that confidence, sometimes we can almost tell ourselves, you know what, I'm confident, I'm just going to do it all on my own and have tunnel vision. The problem with that is there's no collaboration, there's no accountability, there's nobody in your corner who can show you the way and keep you accountable. And that's what I aim to do on the Write Your Own Story course. I'm going to go through with you what your insecurities are on the weight loss journey, what challenges you're facing right now, how you might feel about weight loss, how you might feel this is beyond you, how you might feel you're going for this goal, but for some reason you just keep on falling down. You just don't quite get it. You just have those small things that just keep getting in the way. Those are the things that you can trust me and talk to me about. Things like cravings, things like timings, things like um, wrong food groups, certain food groups not working, just how you feel in general. That's what I aim to do on the Write Your Own Story course. And in me running this podcast, I do Seva for the community. The whole purpose of why I run my business, Immunity for the Community, is to help to stop the suffering of one more human on this earth. And if I've done my job to stop the suffering of one more human on this earth, then I've lived up to my mission statement, which is to do seva for the community, which in my religion means doing service for the community. In me talking like this, I'm preaching to the converted, and I wouldn't be preaching to you in this way if I wasn't going through this myself, if I didn't have the experience of this myself, if I wasn't living what I was talking about. I'm inspired to do this podcast today because somebody checked up on me. Maybe right now nobody checked up on you. Maybe right now you're around a lot of fake people who have agendas, people who acted like your friends, who were your friends genuinely, but they've started to show themselves as two-faced, as something that they're not, as something which you do not align with, as someone that you don't want to be around. But unfortunately, because they're your coworker, because they're somebody you have to talk to, because they're even a friend, a family member, and you don't feel comfortable to talk about things to them, I can be that accountability partner with you on the Write Your Own Story course, because not only is this about weight loss, this is about finding your inner power, finding who you really are again, feeling comfortable within yourself again. I understand it's going to take time to get to know me as a person, but if you've watched my podcasts, if you've seen how I talk, if you've seen how I conduct myself as a gentleman and as somebody who is always looking to help people, you can be sure that you can trust me on certain things that you're going through. It's going to take time. I understand that. And that's why we have free one-to-one consultations to go through what your insecurities are on the weight loss journey. Maybe right now you're just somebody who still cares what people think. And maybe right now you're feeling that a lot because you're in an office environment where it's sort of coming from the top. It's like you're going in very happy, very secure, very open, but you're closing off because you just feel the eyes on you, you feel the energy, you feel the jealousy, the envy. I understand that. I've been through that and I can totally relate to what you are going through. It could be the same sort of situation in your family setup. It could be you're just around a lot of fake friends. I totally appreciate that, guys. I totally understand what you are going through. And it will take me as an accountability partner to actually walk through with you why it is that you feel this way and give you actionable strategies to help you overcome those emotions. And sometimes it just takes one check-in from a mate. That's all it takes. All it takes is, Anil, mate, are you okay? No, I'm not okay. This is why. Oh, well, I'm not okay either because I went through something similar. Oh, okay. And that builds trust. And so it would be the same exact thing between me and you. You could say, you know what, Anil, I'm not doing particularly well. Oh, why is that, mate? This is what I'm going through with this person, and I don't feel like I could open up. Well, I went through a similar thing myself in the weight loss journey. I went through a similar thing when I was going for a goal, and I didn't feel like I could trust somebody, and I didn't feel like I was being heard. Those are a lot of emotions that I've experienced, ladies and gentlemen. Part of why I started this podcast was to help people who felt loneliness, who felt like they were closed off from the world. And sometimes we can trick ourselves into believing we can do it all by ourselves. But, it's the quality of the people that you're around, ladies and gentlemen. And a true leader can spot and see the strategies to help somebody to move ahead. A true leader is going to actually put you on the right path to lose your weight. A true leader is actually going to give you sound advice because a true leader has actually gone through it himself. And that's something that I can attest to. That's something that I can say because I've lived by it, I've breathed by it, and I walk by it, and I talk it. I'm a real man. And let me tell you something, real men talk their issues out. Real men don't gossip. Gossip is for the weak. You know what gossip does? It weakens your bones. It weakens your resiliency. It weakens your mindset. See, not only is it about the mental diet, not only is it about the physical diet, it's actually about the mental diet. Because if your mental diet is already down that path, you will not start to manifest the physical diet, the actual diet of healthy food. You see, one thing that I notice about the average conditioned person is that they gossip, they eat fast food, they drink, they smoke, they consume the news, they do all these things, they have all these vices, and then they wonder why they're so overwhelmed. They're like, you're like that because you're not taking care of yourself. I'm not talking about anyone on this podcast. I'm saying the average conditioned person is conditioned to look for the negative, is conditioned to look for what's wrong, the problems, not the solution. The solution is the Write Your Own Story course. We take you out of that negative gossip mindset and into the growth mindset. Because you see, one thing that I can say comfortably is that I hold people accountable. If I have an issue with somebody, I will talk to them one to one. I will work through it. I will see what my side in the situation is. I will see what their side is. And if they are in the wrong, I will tell them. That's one thing that I can say about myself. I'm a real man. I hold people accountable in this way. Guys, I understand if right now you're not in that place where you feel you want to get into confrontation with people. But let me tell you something. Sometimes confrontation is necessary to let them know they can't push you around. And on the Write Your Own Story course, Emil, the owner of Immunity for the Community, does not push nobody around. He leads by example. He sets the example for grown men who are struggling right now, who have a lot of cowards around them and are looking for other grown men who have the heart of a lion. मैं शेरा है, which in Punjabi means I'm a lion. मैं शेरा है. And if you're ready to be a lion as well, DM me, Instagram, or my YouTube people, or my Facebook people, or everybody. I want you to drop in the comments section, lion. If you're ready to become a lion on the Write Your Own Story course, drop in the comments section, lion. Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, let me know how you feel about this. Drop the comment section. How are you feeling right now? Are you feeling more inspired having listened to this podcast? Are you ready to have that accountability partner on the Write Your Own Story course? Because see, what I'm doing here is giving you that accountability, that trust, not only on the actual doing, but on the emotion side of it. Because a lot of the time, The reason why we don't follow through is because we don't feel like it. And the reason why we don't feel like it a lot of the time is because of the outside circumstances. But if you wire yourself internally and you work with someone like me who's been through it, who's had positive experiences of overcoming fear, like walking on fire, like traveling all around the world, the positive excitement, the positive way of overcoming your fear, I can help you on this Write Your Own Story course. I can give you the tools to take care of yourself. And that's something that I can offer you as a coach of immunity for the community. Everybody, it's been a pleasure serving you at the highest level. Guys, I hope you crush it this week. I'm going to see yet another homie of mine, and that's Sunit. I'm going to give him a big shout out. I'm going to be seeing my homie Sunit at the Soho Tavern tomorrow. Everybody, I hope you found this of great value. As I would say, everybody, channel your inner Rocky. If you're ready to write your new story on weight loss and to lose all of that weight on the Write Your Own Story course, DM me on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. As I would say, everybody, channel your inner Rocky. Have a great weekend now and smash your week ahead.